What's up guys, this is Miasin. So the Live Twin or Evil Twin deck got some new support and Alliance Insight, and it is extremely good. There's only two new cards, so one Link 1 monster, that's obviously a Light Fiend, you already know it, and another main deck monster that isn't really an extender in your hand. As a matter of fact, you don't really want to draw it if you have nothing else, but if your opponent responds to like one of your Live Twin monster effects, then you can chain and basically negate it. So if you get Ashed, Veiler, or Impermed, you just negate that, so you keep comboing off. And it has a very good graveyard effect that it has a synergy with the Link 1 monster. And the Link 1 is ridiculous because it turns some cards that used to not really do anything in your hand into full combo. And also it allows some, one-card starters to actually full combo through like Veiler, Imperm, or Ash. So yeah, it is absolutely crazy. This new support, like I said, is very good. And the Evil Twin deck, I can really see it becoming a tier 1 deck as soon as we're going to be getting Alliance Insight. So yes, today I will be showing you guys 5 combos with the new support as well as the deck profile. But before we go any further, I would really appreciate you guys if you could smash the like and subscribe button, and if we can get this video to 1,000 likes, I will be making an in-depth spreadsheet video on this deck, so you really don't want to miss it out. Smash the like and the subscribe button, and with that being said, let's get right into combo number 1. Okay, so this is assuming that I have Live Twin Kisekil and I get hit by an Imperm, for example, on my Kisekil. Usually, if I have like 4 useless cards in my hand, I would be a little screwed, but the Link 1 is so ridiculous that you can kind of just keep comboing after that. So we're going to be using its effect, so it requires a Kisekil monster very specifically. So in other words, this only really works if you have the Live Twin Kisekil that way. And then you're going to be foolishing for Leela Sweet, which is the second new monster that we got. And since we control a Kisekil monster, we can revive back the Leela Sweet from the graveyard, but we're locked under Fiend monsters only while it is on the field. So as soon as we're going to be summoning another monster using it as a material, then it's no longer gonna lock us. But yeah, this Link 1, like I said, is also a Light Fiend, so we can go into Requiem and then special summon Lacrima, send the Engraver. As long as the Fiendsmith engine exists, you are forced to play it in every single deck that can play it. Anyways, go into your Evil Twin Kisekil and then revive back the Leela, and then go into the Trouble Sunny, and then Tribute, summon back your 2 monsters. This draws you a card since we now control the Leela, and then revive back the Engraver by shuffling back the the Kisekil deal, the new Link 1 monster. And then link off into sequence and infuse using the Lacrima, the Requiem, and the Engraver for the DSE Ray. And then link off for this new card right here, Abao Aku. Well, not really new because it's in Supreme Darkness, but we still don't have it in the TCG. Obviously, we're going to be getting in like 2 weeks. And we're going to be equipping back the sequence and then use the effect of Abao Aku and then discard a card, revive back your Trouble Sunny, and then it comes back on the end phase, so it's going to be an interruption on the opponent's turn. And yeah, just like that, we have, what is that, like 3 interruptions through an Imperm on your normal summon, and we still have a bunch of other cards in your hand, so that's really impressive. That's absolutely crazy that you can do all of that with a 1-card combo, assuming that, again, we get stopped on our normal summon. So yeah, that's not too bad. Let's get into combo number 2 now. Okay, so this is like the bare minimum combo that you can do in this deck in order to, play the game. And it's still not too bad, and it can beat Nibiru if that's all you have and you're really scared of Nibiru, but you're gonna have to play differently. So we can go normal summon the Kisekil Frost, which again, used to not do anything on its own, and now it's actually full combo on its own. And we're gonna be linking off into Kisekil Deal, Foolish our deck for the Leela Sweet, and then link off into Requiem, special summon the Lacrima, and then send the Engraver. Our opponent doesn't want to Nibiru us yet because we still have the Engraver in the graveyard, so you might as well wait until we commit a little more to the board. And yeah, Trouble Sunny, summon back your 2 monsters, draw you a card, and then go into the Abao Aku. And then when we use the effect, our opponent is 100% forced to Nibiru. Otherwise, what's going to happen is that we get back the Abao Aku, and then we can just use the effect on the opponent's turn, so it makes no sense. Our opponent has to nib, which is completely fine by us, because we can now use Engraver, and then shuffle back the deal, and then also send that Nibiru with the effect of Engraver by sending the Requiem. And then we can link off into sequence, fuse for DSE Ray. And it's not too bad. We still end on 1 Omni-Negate through a Nibiru with a 1-card combo. And, that's like I said, it could have been better if we had extra extenders, but it absolutely could have been way worse. Okay, so Kisekil is not too bad on its own, and obviously, the fact that Leela can beat an Imperm is also not too bad. But what can you do with Live Twin Leela or Kisekil? Not the Kisekil Frost, but the actual OG starters. There we go. So this is full combo in a different way than the Kisekil Frost because we have 1 extra body on the field. It ends up being a little better. And in this situation, since I don't really care too much about Nibiru, I'm just gonna be turboing out to the Caesar. And I also have the Lacrima and Requiem in the graveyard, so I can do the trick where I send the Fiendsmith in Paradise and then send the DSE Ray. And then the rest of the combo is the exact same as before, so we're just going to be going Trouble Sunny, summon back the 2 monsters, go into Abao Aku, discard the card that we drew, or the worst card in your hand, and then we end our turn with Abawaku, the Trouble Sunny, as well as the Caesar, and then, revive back the Requiem Tribute, summon the Lacrima that we just shuffled back, and then send the Paradise. So that's 3, 4, 5 interruptions, because the Abawaku is also going to be able to destroy a card on the field. So yes, you're drawing 2 cards, but then you also need 2 discards for your Abawaku. And then obviously you have the other interruptions here, so the pop, the double negate, as well as the send from the DS Array off of the Paradise. Okay, so this is also a little different from the Kisikil Frost combo that beats Nibiru, but this time we have Leela or the Kisikil. So yeah, normal summon, and then special summon the Kisikil Frost, and then link off into Kisikil Deal, send the Leela Suite, I think that's the name, and then go into Requiem, summon the Lacrima, obviously. Same thing as before, our opponent will not want to Nibiru us until the very end, just to see if we mess up, because again, there's really nothing our opponent gains by Nibiruing us way too early, because then it's so obvious that we just provide back the Engraver, make a sequence anyways, so there's really no way why, your opponent will Nibiru you early, but at this point he has to, so we're going to be going sequence into DS Array, and then go into Agnum Day, and then obviously revive back that DS Array, and then, equip back, and when we call the end phase, our opponent has to nib us at the end of main phase, so this is the kind of thing that you do when all you have is like Leela and 4 hand traps. You don't want to risk it to like 1 Nibiru, so we play conservative, and we're going to be chaining the Abawaku to do whatever doesn't really matter, because the whole, the main goal of this is just to banish it until the end phase so it comes back, so that it doesn't, it actually survives the Nibiru, and then also the DS Array sends that Nibiru, because that way we don't have to like, be forced to use it on the main phase, and now we can use it as an interruption. So on the opponent's turn, Abawaku, discard a card, revive back the Trouble Sunny, and then tribute that, summon the Leela as well as the Kisikil, and then destroy a card and also draw a card. So again, that's not too bad with a 1-card combo through Nibiru. And last but absolutely not least, this is what you can do when you have like a lot of extenders in your hand, and it's also very interesting because it looks like there's a lot of redundancy, but it really isn't the case. Every single one of these cards can achieve something that really adds to the combo, so it's not going to be, the exact same thing with a lot of cards that really just sit in your hand doing nothing, or only act as like follow for next turn. No, we can make a gigantic board and draw a bunch of cards, which is also very cool, and this is one of the nice things about this deck as well, because you can play so many hand traps that you're also drawing on the opponent's turn every single time, you never stop. So yeah, anyways, normal summon the Kisikil, summon the Leela, and then activate your Sunny Snitch that is going to be searching for the Leela Treat. Overlay for Jin Buster so that we are no longer afraid of Nibiru. Jin Buster has to be summoned using 2 dark monsters, so this kind of forces you to play Leela Treat, make the Kisikil Deal, which again sends the Leela Suite, and then revive back the Leela Suite, Requiem, special summon the Lacrima, and then send the other Engraver, and then we're going to be linking off into Leela, revive back a monster. Either the Kisikil Deal or Kisikil Frost doesn't matter because we're just going to be linking off, and then Trouble Sunny again, revive back your 2 link monsters, draw a card, and then link off into Abawaku, and then discard the Luri. This is really nice synergy. So we're going to be reviving back the Trouble Sunny, and then Luri comes back, and then Requiem equip, and then we're going to be making Necroquip Princess, and then discard Engraver, and then Surge Detract, and draw a card off of Necroquip, and then revive back the Engraver, shuffle back the Luri very specifically so that we can use that Tract, and then overlay for Caesar, and then activate the Tract, search the Luri, discard the Luri, and then go into sequence, fuse into DS Array. And that is one nasty, disgusting board because we end on DS Array, Abawaku, Jin Buster, Caesar, as well as the Lacrima with the Requiem in the graveyard. So we have a lot of control over how we want to play it out. There's infinite ways. We have so many monsters that even if we had like, something like Forbidden Droplet, you can argue like the goal is actually to send that DS Array and the Lacrima to the grave so that, the Abawaku can revive back the Trouble Sunny and then revive back your Evil Twin Kisikil and Leela. To get another draw, another disruption. It never ends. But yeah, this is, like I said, very disgusting. So many interruptions. I think this is like 8 interruptions or something like that. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a lot of other cards in your hand. So yeah, and also your follow-up is really good. Yeah, that's it for the combos. Let's get into the deck profile now. Alrighty, for the deck profile, again, I'm trying to simplify it so that even if you don't understand much about the deck, it should still be, relatively easy to comprehend, but I'm playing a lot of non-engine cards because this deck has the ability to do so, since you're pretty much only playing 1-card combos in your deck, except for some exceptions. And also, you can argue the Fiendsmith cards, they don't really do much on their own. They're really just extenders when you can already play the game, but you might almost even want to cut down on some of the Fiendsmith cards and maybe just play a minimalistic engine. But I don't know, I really do like this configuration as well. Anyways, for the hand traps, around 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, 3 Veiler, 3 Droll, 3 Ogre, and I guess a Call by the Grave and 3 Forbidden Droplets. So the first thing that I will have to explain is that we're not playing Nibiru or Bestials because they kind of conflict with Live Twin, Kisikil, as well as Leela, because you can only use their effect to special summon the counterpart from the deck if you control no other monsters. So obviously going second, it kind of defeats the purpose. That's the reason why I'm not a really big fan of Bestials and Nibiru. And Molchimi Fueros, I was debating whether I should play that or Droll, but this deck, it might play really hard into Molchimi Fueros because, you know, this summons from the deck, this obviously the same thing, and then you summon a lot from the extra deck, so I wanted to play Drolls just so I can Droll myself, because honestly, even under Droll, your deck is still very good. You can still Fiendsmith combo, you can still, you know, Evil Twin Kill combo, so there's so many things that you can do. The only thing you're missing out on would be like the draw 1 from Kill, which I can absolutely tolerate, but everything else you can do under Droll. So it's not a hand trap that hurts you, but I mean, it's good if your opponent has Droll against you, but it's really bad if your opponent has Fueros against you, and you can always use Droll as a counter to Fueros, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're playing 19 non-engine, as well as 18 one-card combos, if I recall correctly, in a way. So yeah, every single card in this column is a one-card starter, as well as the Leela, so that's 13 Light Twin starters, and we also have, you know, the 2 Engravers, the Lacrima, the Fiendsmith Tract, as well as the Lori. So these cards are contingency plays when you have really nothing else. And then we also have the Leela Suite as well as Leela Treat, which are extenders, but they do absolutely less than nothing on their own. Kill Frost is a one-card combo now that the Link one is a thing, so you go normal summon that, and then go into Kill Deal, send the Leela Suite, and then play from there. So you really just don't want to get Bestialed on the Leela Suite. It really wouldn't be like the end of the world, since if you have like an extender, it really just doesn't affect you. But yeah, Fiendsmith and Paradise, by the way, that's such an obvious one, I'm not going to have to explain. So yeah, we're playing 40 cards, obviously. I think this is the best configuration for this kind of deck. It's very mid-rangey and also kind of like combo-oriented in a way, but not too much. For the extra deck, 1 Necroker Princess, 2 DS Irae, 1 you summon, the second one you send off of Paradise, so it makes sense that you play 2. And then the Caesar, the Djinn Buster for your the Leela, as well as, I guess, either Leela Suite or Leela Treat, but usually it's going to be Leela as well as Leela Treat. And then the Abaoku, the Trouble Sunny, Agnum Day sequence, as well as 2 of each Link monsters. I think you can get away by cutting one of them to 1. I'm not 100% sure yet, as well as Fiendsmith Requiem, as well as Kill Deal. For the idea section, I'm not really going to have to explain much of anything. Ultimate Slayer obviously is an interesting card here because we're already playing the Trouble Sunny, but we're not playing the garbage Evil Twin main deck monster. That one I don't really recommend, but if you want to, then you can, I guess, play like these cards and obviously the Aggregator that we can't really main deck. Molchimi Fueros, yeah, if you think that Droll and Logbird is not enough. Nightmare Griffin's really interesting. I don't know why a second copy of Trouble Sunny is here. The Unchained package really just adds more bricks to your main deck if you're playing Sharvara and the Chamber, but if you're really just playing the extra deck monsters, it might make sense, but the extra deck space is already very tight, so if you have to play like Unchained Soul of Rage, Yama, and SP, might be a little too much. And then, yeah, more extenders, I guess you can say, if you want to play more Leela Treats, more, I mean, we're already maxing out on Kill Frost because it doubles down as an extender and as a starter, so that's the reason why I'm playing 3 Kill and 3 Kill Frost, because this is full combo through like an Imperm Ash or Veiler on this, and this doesn't really beat Ash, Veiler, Imperm. So the Link one actually foolishes the Leela Suite from deck to the graveyard as a cost, and you can also play the Sprite Engine, by the way. That's it for this combo video on deck profile. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what you think about this deck in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.